to remind the viewers to stay tuned for our summer series that's coming up in December. And to tell us more, here's my offsider. Good evening.
Good evening, Barry. Good evening, viewers. It's going to be an exciting summer series this year. It's nearly summertime. We're into spring, and the weather's warming up.
And I've said all along, respect is the key, ladies and gentlemen. And here's my offsider.
Yes, respect is the key, and we have to all make an effort to get on, don't we, Barry?
And not pick and choose who we want. Here's my offsider for that.
And if you have a disagreement with one of the other House members, what do you do?
You solve it in an adult-like way.
That's
and don't have a screaming match.
No.
Or turn into Jeff Fennick.
That's right. It's not worth it. Either that, if you can't sort it out, what do you do next?
You go to the management, and if they can't sort it out, you go to the contact team.
That's right. So we want any disagreements stopped and sorted out.
Before it blows up into something that no one will win, and when two tribes go to war, who wins? Nobody.
That's right. So we don't want World War III.
So, just before we close the weekend, we'd like to thank you for joining us on our wraps this weekend, and here's my offsider.
Yeah, it's been a good weekend, Barry. Bit of good weather for the farmers, good weather for the beach.
And speaking of beach, if you are going to the beach, put some sunblock on before heading out. Here's my offsider.
Yep, slip, slop, slap.
And 50 plus sun cream, ladies and gentlemen. Here's my offsider.
Yes, plus wear one of these.
And you need to wear one of these and some sunglasses.
Yes.
So that's all coming up in the summer series in a month and a half from now. And also the new Northern Beaches Hospital, as I mentioned this morning, will be opening up in 9 days from now. Here's my offsider.
It's going to be an exciting day, Barry. I think a few of us might be up there. See the Minister open it, hopefully, on a Thursday.
Yeah, so bye-bye to Manly Hospital in nine days, and hello to the Northern Beaches. And we're just about out of time here. And the last thing we always bring up before the end of the show is don't ring 000 unless you need to. Here's my offsider to bring you that important message before we close the show for this Sunday evening.
000 is just supposed to be used for emergencies only. Car accidents, heart attacks, allergic reactions.
Chest pain.
Yep. Or if you got allergic reaction, asthma.
And tummy ache. Anything. But don't be stupid and use 000 for a taxi or a pizza or an ingrown toenail. So leave 000 alone, please. And here's my offsider to give you that closing message.
Yep, 000 is just for emergencies. Otherwise, you could be taking the taxi away from someone more serious.
Well, the ambulance.
The ambulance away from someone more serious. Could be in a life-threatening situation. And it might be a member of your family.
So, think, is your urgency an emergency, viewers? We cannot say this enough on the show, my offsider. and there are other ways you can get around other than using an ambulance, because ambulances are not taxis, and don't just go up to the hospital to get a cup of tea and a sandwich, because you go through emergency and triage and it is just a waste of time, and even the officers have to fill out the paperwork, and it is frustrating. So only use the ambulances if necessary, and when necessary, don't be stupid and use triple O to laugh about it. Well, that's all we've got time for, and that is the program for this weekend. Join us on Friday for another exciting rap to bring in the weekend. And here is my upside and bring you the promo for the Friday rap.
Yep, exciting show this Friday. We'll see what's happened during this week. And it'll be closer to the hospital opening.
Yeah.
Which we might have a special episode for that.
And also we'll be talking about the upcoming events for the weekend ahead. And Halloween too, everybody. So
yep.
We'll be having a special program for that.
It's going to be a big weekend.
So that's all coming up next weekend here on our wrap, but that's all we've got time for on the show, and you take care and have a good week. Don't take your anger out on anybody for no apparent reason at all. And like we've been saying, if you've got a problem, sort it out with the person first. If that doesn't work, go to the house manager or the contact team. And another thing quickly before we wrap up is not staying home from your day options when not necessary. Here's my outsider for his final closing message right now.
Exactly right, Baron. Only stay home if you need to. Otherwise, you're wasting resources.
And staff time as well. And be honest with the staff when they are getting you up in the morning, and tell them what is really wrong, and don't make up stories, because they will not put up with it, and neither will my outsider. And here he is to tell you the consequences of staying home unnecessarily.
Well, if you're not telling the truth, people are not going to believe you next time. So honesty is the best policy, every time.
And
if you're really sick, you need to stay home. If you're not sick, you have to go to day service.
And it's like the boy who cried wolf.
Exactly right.
Because they'll just tell you, we don't believe you.
You know what happened to him in the end? He got eaten.
And you will be disciplined as well by the house manager, so please think about your decisions before you decide to stay home, because as my outsider said, we do not have the resources here or the staff, and if there was a fire you can't get out, or you need to have some personal care, there's no one here to assist you. So please be really considerate towards the cleaning shift and the manager, and tell them nothing but the honest truth, guys. And here's my outsider now.
Yep, just everyone tell the truth and we'll be able to sort everything out. Otherwise, Another time when you really are sick, no one will believe you. You'll have to go to work and you just get worse.
So always tell the truth the first time, every time, and don't tell lies. And now it is time to go. And thank you for your company this weekend on the show. And here's my offsider to say his closing words now.
Yeah, good night, Barry. Good show. Good night, viewers. See you next weekend for a big weekend.
And don't forget, the hospital opening on the 30th of October. We cannot wait to bring you a special episode of that. We look forward to you watching our show on Friday. But until then, on behalf of the crew, management, and staff here at Oceana House, this is Barry Fearon, my offsider, bidding you a very good night, and thank you for tuning in this weekend. Good night, everybody.